Imagine Antarctica like a giant ice cube floating at the bottom of the world. On top, it's all icy and cold, but underneath, it's a different story. Beneath all that ice, there's a network of fiery volcanoes just waiting to erupt. Now, when we say volcano, what we really mean is a big mountain that can spew out hot lava, rocks, and gases from deep inside the Earth. These volcanoes are like Earth's pressure valves, letting out all that pent-up energy. In Antarctica, there are heaps of these volcanoes, like over 100 of them. We only found out about many of them recently, in 2017. That's because they're hidden under all that ice, making them pretty tricky to spot. Now, here comes the big question. Could any of these Antarctic volcanoes decide to wake up and start erupting? Well, it's a bit of a mystery. See, these volcanoes are relatively young, but it's hard for scientists to tell if they're still active or if they've gone to sleep for good. Right now, only 2 volcanoes in Antarctica are officially considered active. One of them is called Deception Island, and the other is Mount Erebus. Mount Erebus is a superstar because it's the southernmost active volcano on the entire planet. Mount Erebus has been putting on a show since way back in 1972. It's got this crazy lava lake at the top, which is like a bubbling cauldron of molten rock. Imagine a pot of soup constantly simmering. That's what it's like up there. Deception Island, on the other hand, hasn't erupted since 1970, but scientists are keeping a close eye on it just in case it decides to wake up and make some noise again. Now, even though there are only 2 officially active volcanoes, Antarctica is full of these little vents called fumaroles. These vents release gases and steam into the air, kind of like a giant kettle boiling away. Sometimes, if conditions are just right, these fumaroles can create these cool ice towers. Picture pillars of ice shooting up into the sky like something out of a fantasy movie. But here's the thing, even though scientists are always keeping watch on these Antarctic volcanoes, predicting when one might erupt is really tricky. Mount Erebus and Deception Island only have a few instruments keeping track of them, and setting up more instruments is a huge challenge because Antarctica is so remote and, well, freezing cold. Plus, these instruments need to be tough cookies to survive the harsh Antarctic conditions, especially during the long dark winters. So while Antarctica might seem calm and serene on the surface, beneath all that ice, there's a whole world of fiery volcanoes just waiting to stir things up.